Hello all, now I'm in my IDE, and in our previous videos we discussed how we can deploy the ADK agent on the cloud run, also how we can deploy it on the agent runtime. So now in this video we are going one step ahead and we'll be deploying our ADK agent on the GKE cluster. Okay, so first we'll create a small agent and we need the ADK install in our system, we need a Python install in our system. So the same thing we discussed in the previous video as well. So first quickly check if you are having the prerequisite install. So just by checking the Python version, you can check it should be 3.10 onwards to use the ADK, and then also check the ADK version. So it's fine if you have any latest version. So currently the ADK 2 is available, but I'm still on the ADK 1, so I can use that because there is no issue for the deployment demo. Okay, so I'll just clear it, and now I'll start creating the first agent. So how we can create, so just do ADK create my agent. Okay, and then it will ask for the model, so I will choose the model. Now the second, it's the authentication method, so either you will use Google AI or the Vertex AI. So if you choose a Google AI, you have to provide the API key. If you go with the Vertex AI, it will use your application default credentials, your local credentials. Okay, so I will go with the 2, which is the Vertex AI, and based on our parameter it will create a .env file along with the agent. Okay, so it created the folders here, and whatever the parameter we selected, you will see it in the .env. Okay, so 1 means we selected the vertex AI, that's why it is 1. If you are giving 0, then it expect API key to be available. Okay, now our agent is ready. Let's quickly check locally. So we can just check ADK web, and this is very simple agent which will give the answer to our question. So it is the basic LLM call. We are not using much tools or anything. Okay, so if we are getting the response, it means it is working. Okay, so we are getting the response, so everything sorted from the local. So the agent is fine, it is working correctly. Now to deploy it on a GKE cluster, we should be having the GKE cluster first. Okay, so I'm in my Google Cloud Console now. So I'll quickly create a Kubernetes cluster. So we'll be creating the GKE cluster. So I'm not jumping much into details about what is the GKE, how we can create a VPC. So that things we already covered. You can refer my previous videos. So this video will be mainly focused on how we can deploy the ADK agent on a GKE cluster. Okay. So let me just go to the Kubernetes cluster, and there we can create the cluster first, and once the cluster is created, then we can deploy. So let me just go to the cluster, and I'll create a standard cluster because I don't want to use auto mode cluster. So I'll just give the name, let's say ADK demo. I'll go with the regional US central one, then I'll go to the networking, keep the default, that's fine. Default pool, I don't want 3 nodes, so just the 2 nodes are fine. And also I just need E2 is fine. Okay, and I also need, I just keep 30 GB disk, don't want 100 GB, and I'll quickly create the cluster. Okay, so it will take 5 to 10 minutes, around 5 to 10 minutes to create a cluster. Meanwhile, we'll see how we can deploy to the GKE cluster using the ADK command. So I'll go back to our IDE. Okay, and let me just close this local. I'll just clear it. So if we do ADK deploy, right, so here we will see 3 options that we already discussed in previous videos. So first, agent engine. So we already deployed on agent engine, we already deployed on a cloud run. So now in this video we are going to deploy on a GKE. But what options we have for deploying the GKE? So we can simply check ADK deploy GKE, and I want to see the sample commands as well, so I'll just check the help. So it will give me the sample command. Okay, so a lot of options are there, but we just need a bare minimum with the minimum parameter and how we can deploy it to the GKE. So there is example, so I'll pick this example. Okay, and I'll just see, okay, there is already deploy.sh file, so I'll just paste here and I'll try to put it in multiple lines so it will be easy for me to read and update the parameters. Okay, so the path of the agent, now it should be the my agent. Okay, so I'll just put it, let's say the my agent, and then let me update the parameters. So it should be, project should be TT labs 02. So auto detect should work, so it's not yet showing. Yes, so this should be the ADK demo. Okay, so what else we are having? All right, so let me see what options we are having here. So these are the default parameter, but also I want to enable the UI. Okay, so I will just pick this and I will add this also with UI. I also want to enable trace and the open telemetry and the OT to cloud. Okay, so I am having passing these parameters now. Now also one more thing for GKE deployment, you should be also having the kubectl API. Okay, so just check if you are having the kubectl installed in your system. Okay, so I'm having the kubectl, so that will be inline use for your GKE deployment. So we use the ADK deploy command only, but at the backend it will use this command. So if you are not having it, will throw an error. So this is based on my previous experience. So now our deployment command is ready. ADK deploy GKE. Let's wait for cluster to be up and running. So cluster is created successfully. Let's wait for this to refresh the status. Okay, so this is deployed now. Okay, so now let's go back and try to run this command. Okay, let's try to deploy this. Okay, so it is building the container image and you can see it in a cloud build. So if I show you the cloud build, so let's see, let's refresh. Yeah, so you can see one cloud build job is building the container image and then it will push to the container registry and then deploy on the GKE cluster. Okay, so let's wait for this process to finish. So first it will build and then it will push, so you will see all the logs here. So let's wait for a couple of minutes and then we'll see the results here in the terminal itself. Okay, now you can see it deployed successfully and you can see the deployment to GKE finished successfully. So as I said, it requires to have the kubectl because it will fetch the kubectl credentials and then apply the kubectl manifest. So for that it will use the kubectl command. Okay, so now let's go back and check on the cluster workload. So if you see our service, okay, so the ADK GKE demo, so let me just open and you will see all the services exposed also. So whatever the service it is having load balancer, so now you will see the endpoint here soon. So currently it's provisioning, so let me refresh. Okay, now you can see the endpoint here. If I open it, you will see the dev UI of the ADK, because in our command we have enabled the ADK dev UI as well. So with UI we deployed, so trace hotel cloud and with UI we have deployed. Okay, so let's wait for here. So now there are few challenges. Okay, so sometimes let's say it's not opening, then you have to check the firewall of your network if it is allowing the traffic on the port 80. If let's say it is using the workload identity, then you have to check if the service account is having correct permissions. Okay, so that permissions related issues you might get. So all these things mainly you will face related to the permissions and the network. Okay, because the GKE use the network, so I'm using the default network and having the wide roles and firewall, so it will not give me error here. But for you, if it is doing in the restricted environment, only two things you have to check: if it is having the correct firewall, so it can access the traffic from the internet, and also the permission. So where you can check the permission, so let's say now if I am getting the response, so let's say if I'm saying hello, I'm facing the issue that okay, app name ADK GK demo must be valid identifier. Now that is the issue. Okay, so what is the issue? So the app name should be my agent. Okay, so this is wrong, so let me just change it and let me redeploy it. Okay, so service name is fine, but app name should be our folder name where our agent is available. Okay, and then let me rerun it. So now it will not take the same time because our image is ready, only it will change the parameters. So I'll redeploy it. So let me just delete this service which is currently available, as we have given the wrong app name. Okay, so now new service deployed. So let's go back. Now it should work. If there is any error, we will see again and debug again. Okay, so let's wait for it. The pod is uh, getting in a starting state. So let's wait for 1 minute. Okay, it's up and running. So let's just open. Now we'll try to access on the dev UI. So if we are getting the response, it means our deployment is successful. At least it should reach to LLM. Yeah, now we can see we are getting the response. So there are some common issues, as I said. So there are issues related to the permission. So if you are having the issues related to the permission, you can give the service account what a user role. Sometimes it is issue with the access scope. So make sure your node pool is having correct access scope and also the correct permission. So both the things you need to check. So in the descriptions, I have given the steps, I have given the known issues. So you can check it out if you are getting any one of these issue, which is very common. You will find a solution in my blog as well. Okay, so hope this is clear now how we can deploy it to the GKE, how we can deploy the ADK agent on the GKE clusters. Okay, so rest of the things same. So it is just like you have to manage your cluster. The deployment is through the single command, but let's say if you are having too much users, let's say high number of users, then you can use the GKE also. Else the cloud run and the agent run times are the best possible options we have for the ADK agent. So hope this is clear. So thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you again in the next video.